Okay, I want to open this meeting for the Town of Brunswick Planning Board for December 21st, 2023. Everybody please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, our meeting tonight, as you probably saw on the website, or lack of seeing on the website, there is no agenda per se. However, we are going to be reviewing two new applications under new business. So the first thing on our agenda is the approval of the minutes of November 16th. Everybody had an opportunity to review those, and are there any questions, changes, amendments? Okay, hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as they were submitted. Second. Second. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Regarding the minutes for December 7th, there was no meeting, so let the record show that there was no meeting on December 7th, and obviously no minutes were. Okay. Originally, we had on our agenda tonight was the Marie's News LLC, otherwise known as the Chick-fil-A. They submitted a request to be put on our next meeting, first meeting in January, which I believe is the 4th. Is that correct?
Right.
There was some, you will have some material to review. One from Wayne. And this is the review of the traffic report. Is there anything that you'd like to highlight on that?
Basically what I did is I transmitted the second round of comments from Craig Manning to the applicant for his review and response. There's still some outstanding items from that review that need to be addressed. Either they didn't address it properly the first time, or because of changes to the site plan that took place after they had done the initial review. The size of the buildings changed, the use of the other building changed slightly. I forget, one was started out as a medical building, right, and then it became retail, then it became retail, right, and then the other fast food restaurant had different designations, so we're looking at making sure that proposed potential traffic matches up with the ITE for traffic generation, trip generation. There was a comment from DOT on McChesney Avenue regarding how the changes to the light and the changes to the traffic will affect the county road, McChesney Ave. Potentially could require a turning lane there so that the cycle of the light wouldn't have to stay green as long facing McChesney Ave. I asked them to take a closer look at that. There was a comment from DOT and it was mentioned in the letter from Craig Manning. So I also requested that they send these plans with the traffic study to County Highway for their review. So it's their road, it's a county road, so they haven't seen it yet. So they said they were going to do that for all material over the county. Other than that, the stormwater been designed. The site has pretty poor soils. There are very few spots where they have good perk tests on that site. So we're taking a good hard look at the stormwater design on the slip. And that's ongoing and hopefully be done in a couple of weeks.
All right.
One more thing, I also asked him to send it to Bill Bradley for his review. As the
I have a couple of
stormwater
questions, Glenn, maybe you can help me. What is LO test?
level of service.
I'm sorry?
Level of service.
Level of service, okay.
Goes A, B, C, D, E. A is the best, E or F is the worst. F is like gridlock. D is bad. We strive for C or D.
Well, A is a better number than B.
Well, A is like there's no issue, but yeah.
Okay. So my second question, and this, not just specifically for you, on page 3, specifically point 20, in this third paragraph, it starts saying that the maximum queues anticipated from McChesney Avenue is 205 feet during the morning, blah, blah, blah. And will just reach the plaza driveway to the south. Well, I'm visualizing turning off McChesney Avenue. What plaza is it? Is that the back? way?
Backside of Walmart.
Across from McCarty Lane.
Yeah.
That's how far we backed up.
Not Walmart, but Price Chopper. You gotta go past the back entrance to Price Chopper.
Yes.
Well, 205 feet is probably Price Chopper. I mean, Walmart's probably 1,000 feet away.
Is that south?
What's up?
Yeah, that's something.
Hoosier Street runs east and west.
Okay. I mean, I really haven't had a chance to look through all this. but-
No, there's a lot of information there. There's a lot of information in
Yeah,
there.
the traffic is one of my big concerns, and
Right.
I really want to understand it.
But I think that issue has to, all those issues need to be addressed before we.
One of the things that I'm concerned about, and that they talk about in this memo, is deliveries with tractor trailers, and how they're gonna get through the Chick-fil-A property. Just have this vision in my head of the delivery driver parking on Hoover Street, and taking all the stuff out of his truck and wheeling it up to the store.
Well, that's kind
Because he doesn't want to screw around with going in there where all these cars park. And that's just going to be another disaster.
That does happen on Hoosier Street.
It does.
The tractor trailers park in the middle lane. Especially like up where they're unloading vehicles up by Carbone's. They
All
park,
right, yeah, they park in the center.
they just park in the center and unload vehicles.
And what is a green phase? I don't know what that is.
Green phase is just the cycle of light and the green,
Oh, okay.
green phase.
Because they're very optimistic about all the traffic. You know, it's going to dissipate in the green phase. Well,
They got
I'm
proof.
sorry, but I don't really think it will.
Well, what about, I don't mean to belabor this because it's really not on our agenda.
Yeah,
But I just have one question. How do they handle, I mean, there's gonna be stacking problems equally as much on McChesney Avenue. Because there's a lot of people that come over McChesney Avenue.
yeah, in the morning, it queues up pretty far.
And what happens when it queues up to 25, 30 cars that all wanna go to Chick-fil-A? And they can't go through the lane? What
Well,
are
it
they gonna
depends
do?
on how they did the timing and the signal, whether it's, actuated by the amount of traffic that queues up or if it's just.
Yeah, but you still gotta enter the site. If the site is full, you can't go anywhere.
Right, if there's a backup at Chick-fil-A, you're right.
Yeah.
Got that one.
So, I mean, there's a lot to be analyzed. All right, they're gonna be on our agenda for our next meeting, so, hopefully we'll have an opportunity to, take a look at this, correspondence that, was supplied by Wayne and his comments and so forth and so on, so. Would you entertain, hearing any comments from anybody during the week that called you up, answer questions? Would that be acceptable?
Would you say that again?
Would it be acceptable for anybody here that has any questions on your?
Call me?
Yeah.
Certainly, yes.
So Wayne, you said they mentioned they changed the building size?
Yeah, when they revised the site plan, they changed the size of the building.
So they changed the traffic flow around the buildings as well?
They did alter the site somewhat.
I believe they got a copy of that.
I believe that-
Yeah,
We did?
yeah, I passed it out probably like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it came at the end of November or something, right?
Yeah.
I go out to the YMCA, which Greenbush, a couple mornings a week, and I pass the Chick-fil-A that's out by the south on Route 4.
Yep.
And 8:45 in the morning, there's 6, 8, 10 cars in line. I'm going, this is a chicken sandwich. What is it?
The best chicken sandwich.
The best.
You know, I mean, always,
Could strike that from them. All right, so that was our agenda. Now we're gonna move on to, new business. First on the business, new business according to a date received would be Henry Reiser, and this is a waiver of subdivision. All right, Henry, there was a couple of things that were, well, I'm gonna let you give your presentation, and hopefully you'll answer some of them.
Okay. As you remember, back in April, I did apply for a lot line waiver. And at that time, it was wrapping up my divorce, had some financial issues, and trying to hurry up and get a mortgage. So we're consolidating lot 12. And so some things changed. I didn't end up having to do that. Had a little more time to think about things and look, and also had additional land deeded to me from my ex-wife, which was the lot up in the back. And I figured my brother wanted to have a lot, so I figured, and then I never filed that map. So basically starting over. And as you can see from here, basically, what I'm looking to do now is just, same thing, lot line adjustment, the house is pretty much on the same thing, but we're creating a new lot where the driveway comes in. Or where the existing driveway, the lot 12 comes in, off Plant Lane. So where the gate is, that'll be the driveway to a new 2.5, 3 acre lot. And then the other entrance that we've always been using will be the driveway for the house and the remainder of the land right in that same spot there. So there's frontage for that. So basically, we had 3 parcels of land. We had the lot up in the back and lot 12 and the remainder of the land. So we're not really gaining another lot, we're just configuring it differently. So in the end, we wound up with, instead of up Plant Lane, would be lot number 13. And that'll be the 3 acre lot, the existing driveway that originally went to the house. And the house driveway is now moved over to where it's actually always been used this way. I've been doing some clearing, brush clearing and stuff like that. So it's really, I think, was the original driveway when we first built the house up there, where it's it's a nice straight road, private road going up, and the other one was all intertwined and all over the place. So this is a lot safer road. And again, the other thing is there's probably about 4 different tax maps that I normally get where this will consolidate. And so there'll be a remainder of 300 acres, the 8.5 acre lot with the house, and then the 3 acre lot, number 13. So basically, everything that goes on over there, nothing's really changing. You know, we always use the driveway for the house that we're changing to this now. It's just for, before I do finance that house again, just make these final changes. I don't know if that answered any questions.
Well, I did have a couple of questions, and I think they've been answered. Did you just get this drawing done? Like, what's the date on this drawing?
Did what? Was it?
What's the date on this drawing? The 27th of November, okay. I had a conversation with Wendy in the office, and she said that the tax map numbers were not on here. And I see tax map numbers on here.
Yeah, there were some changes. There was some differences in acreage, and Rod and I had conversations and then made the changes.
Okay,
So the tax map numbers are on here, the acreages are correct. And so if she got any of the things that she had concerns with, just with Rod or Dan, I'm sure they,
you can go with that, Mike?
Yep, did you file that deed then?
yes.
You did, okay.
They also just received the deed of the property finally from the, for the top part, and made a copy of that.
So Andy, legally now, we can proceed ahead from a legal point of view as far as any discrepancies of landowners or anything like that?
Would like the opportunity to review that.
Okay,
Haven't seen it before tonight, but we'll step through that.
all right.
And was there changes, I thought Wendy said on the acreage from the old maps, were the same lots? Some of them have different,
No, well, everything that's here now is correct and matches up with the tax maps. I guess it was originally, there was some confusion there and some acreage.
There were 13 lots before.
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with the Gray Ledge subdivision. That was originally 12 lots. And lot 12 is the 70-acre lot. And then the remaining land around it. So we're not doing anything with the lots as far as Gray Ledge. It's just lot number 12, which was the 70-acre lot that we're just reducing down to 8.5 acres. And then the rest of the property from that 70 acres is going to the remaining lands, just to be one big parcel. And it ends up being like 300 acres.
So this lot 13 was always there.
Lot 13 was not there. That's the new lot that was created.
So this isn't a lot line adjustment. This is you're increasing your lots.
Yes. Actually, it's not, it's kind of changing a lot because we had this 130-acre lot in the back, which was just a lot. So we're kind of just moving the lot 13 right there. So it's still 3 lots, remaining land, lot 12 and then lot 13, where it's kind of moving it around, I guess. The back one's going to be added into the acreage.
How did you get the lot 13? I'm a little confused. The old lot 13, how did you get to it up on the property?
It was landlocked. That's why there was no sense keeping it like it was. You know, I was actually getting 3 separate tax bills. It's just different lots that were bought separately over the years.
So it wasn't an approved lot.
I don't know if it was a separate tax map and it was 130 acres. You know, probably would have had to give an easement over my property to get to it, then it could have been a sort of lot. But
And the remaining land is not considered a lot, never was considered a lot. I see no lot numbers for the remaining land, it's just remaining land.
yeah, the remaining land was just a separate, the original property
Gotcha.
that everything was cut off on.
Gotcha.
I guess I'd like to see the old map. See what we're changing.
When you say the remaining lands, Does that include, actually, it does have a tax map number, I would assume that, what's that? 104-3-14.23, is that the remaining?
So the way it is right now, it's lot number 12 is 72 acres, 71 acres, and that has a tax ID number. And then the remaining lands was 105 or 101 acres, and that was the tax number you just said. And then the property that I just got from Libby is the 130 acres in the back. So there was 3 parcels.
Now, the remaining property, the only access to that is through the, running alongside your driveway?
Yeah, there's a 60-foot space there, so all the lots will have, the remaining land has frontage there. The house will have frontage on the existing driveway that's there now. And then the new lot 13 will use the driveway that was existing on Plant Lane. So all 3 parcels have frontage on the roads.
So it'd be fair to assume if the remaining lands were developed, you would have to put a road through there almost parallel to your driveway? Is that correct?
It could be done that way, or it could be, with this, have an easement for egress and ingress over the driveway for lot 12. So if anything was gonna be done in the end, probably we'd just use that same roadway.
I may be dumb, which some people say. But I don't see a lot 12 designated on here.
It's the house.
Oh, okay.
It's way up in the middle,
Yeah, okay, I'm
right
sorry.
next to the pond.
Disregard that.
I have the map from the last one we did in April. The house configuration is basically the same. The only change from that original thing is that where it's going, instead of coming out on Plant Lane, it's coming out on 351.
Can I see that map from April?
Yep. This is the one for April.
So really, we're looking at 2 things. We're looking at lot line adjustments and the creation of a new lot.
Looking at this shows this dotted line right there was the original. Yes, I don't. This is what we did back in April. This is after the subdivision of Gray Ledge was done, and lot 12 had a 71-acre lot, which was this dotted line that goes all the way around like this.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was, at the time, was to just get a mortgage on a smaller parcel, and so that we did the lot line adjustment and made it into a 17-acre lot. And it came out in used the same driveway. See how it goes like this and it turns all around? So what I'm looking to do now is the driveway that's normally used, always been used, is right straight through like this and comes out right here. So now that 60 foot just follows this right up like that on the new map. And then the new lot is right here where the old driveway goes in. So this new lot here is just gonna use that same driveway that the gate's at. So nothing will change there as far as any traffic or anything. And then we've always been using this to get in and out of there. And also next, on the new map, there's 60 feet of frontage so each parcel has its own frontage. This 3-acre lot uses Plant Lane, lot number 12, uses the 60 feet that it shows on the map. And then the remaining acreage has an additional 60 foot to come in. And the answer to your question is yes, if someone separately owned the 300 acres, they could build a road on that 60 feet and get into the 300 acres.
Okay. All right. So that that road you're talking about, building a road, is over in here someplace with this, well, with this here.
Yeah, it's already
So it's
existing.
over down in here somewhere.
No, it's right there. So here's look, that, my noise isn't going up. This right here is the existing driveway that comes in.
Yeah.
So this will be the access for lot number 12.
Yeah.
That existing roadway.
Yeah.
And then if something,
Okay.
the other access is right here next to it, coming in for the,
I'm thinking it's over here because.
yeah, it doesn't show those.
All right.
Doesn't much on your oil.
I think one question I have here, is this now considered, Andy, an amendment to the original major subdivision, or is it actually a waiver of which he doesn't qualify?
Sit here without reviewing that, Russ, I don't know.
Okay. When did you actually, do you recall, I don't recall the date that you actually did the Gray Ledge major subdivision,
That was back in 2016.
16? Oh, so you would qualify for it. Okay. But I think we should research that out, make sure. All right. Does anybody have any other questions here? You certainly don't make it easy.
It actually sounds a lot more complicated than it is, I think, because we're really combining a lot of tax maps and everything, so I'm just gonna be able to get one tax map for this 300 acres. You know, we're already using the roads that are on there, you know, we don't have to do any construction on anything, you know, to create these. And we did the test holes for lot 13. Francis is working on the septic stuff. It's all gravel right there, so it's gonna be an in-ground system. So it's nice flat driveway coming in off of there. And
One question, somewhat not related to it. There's this parcel of land owned by the Presbyterian Church,
Yeah.
Church. I understand that to be landlocked, is that correct?
that's right up there,
Yeah.
number 27 there,
Yeah,
23 acres.
is there any interest in that lot, and then combining it with lot 11 and make accessible to it?
Actually, lot 11 is sold. So I wouldn't be able to do anything with that, but I would like to, maybe purchase that lot and add it onto the 300 acres.
Did you know that was probably available for sale?
I did speak to some people over there, and I spoke to them quite a while ago. It doesn't seem like it's moving too quickly, but I let them know that we'll do something with it. It would be a good opportunity now to add it to the, well, I don't know if I want to wait, because that's been going on for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, let's, crawl before we run here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we can put you on the agenda for our next meeting. Obviously, you're in new business and we're taking actions on this. We just got this information just recently, so.
Yeah, no, I understand. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, well, we wanted to get you on get you going, and let's put you on the agenda for our next meeting on January 4th. So give us an opportunity to take a look at this. If we have any questions between now and then, I think we can get them through the building department. And Andy's gonna check to make sure that that is indeed qualifies as a waiver, and whether it needs to be an amendment to the site plan. And he also wants to check over all the legal papers that you gave him regarding the transfer of property. So, now, just to clarify something, on the original lot line adjustment back in April, you didn't file anything.
No, I didn't file it. said, it was just, kind of moving along quick and didn't really put as much thought in planning that I should have at the time, but because of the financial situation, I was kind of pushing it along, so.
Okay. All right then, I think we should have some answers to you, and we can have further discussion on our meeting on January.
Okay, did you want to keep that one now?
Anybody have any questions for Henry before we depart? I think we're all set for tonight.
Okay, have a Merry Christmas. See you
So-
next year.
So the second item of new business is Justin Haas. This is the property of Charles Sparrow. How are you? Okay, now we worked with this piece of property before. This, I assume this is the parcel that originally was going to be the Dollar General?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with that, but
I don't know either, so. So you want to put some storage units on there?
Yep.
And there's been reviewing of the zone for that. There's not a special use permit that has to be,
I gotta double check. This just came in this afternoon, so,
okay.
that's business light, I'm trying to remember if that has an overlay.
it's business overlay, I believe it was.
It did have an
It's
overlay,
business
okay.
overlay, it said it can do storage there.
Okay.
Kind of storage units are you,
Just metal buildings,
buildings, not,
containers, like some of these guys do. They're, pre-engineered buildings, they come from, North Carolina, Betco, one of the companies I use. I have a location in Lansingburg.
You have other storage units?
Yeah, I got a place down in Lansingburg.
Would be identical to those?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we would drove by there, we could clear about that.
Yep. It's in 120th and 6th, that's 720 self-storage.
Okay,
I have a picture in the back of kind of what it's gonna look like I grabbed off the internet, because it actually kind of fits a lot right. The last page, kind of shows what it's like.
if I'm not mistaken, further down the road, is there, or is it?
Yeah, there's town and country storage up the road, I actually called to get one, and they don't have any.
Okay.
Russ, it does need a special use permit.
Yeah, I think we did fill out paperwork for special use.
Okay, I see the site plan application, which is fine.
So you have 4 storage buildings, special use permit application, but I don't see a 3 on here.
Yeah, no, it was a misprint, I thought I whited it out.
Typo?
Yeah, I thought we were there for it, but it's not.
you're gonna have to do stormwater with this. The area between the buildings all gonna be paved,
Yeah.
so you're gonna, that whole lot's gonna be, what are you gonna do with the water?
It's up to the engineer, if he's got to do a retention pond or what he wants to do with it. I've already talked to him a little bit about that. He pretty much said whatever you guys suggest, we'll engineer it to work. There is a drainage down along a culvert along the whole front. I know where a lot of water goes right down the side of this Route 7.
Sorry, where did you say you wrote the units were?
Lansing.
Lansing.
I actually just sold the place, so I'm developing bigger.
Now, when you said the areas are paved, are you strictly talking all the way to the front lot line and everything?
Yeah, that'll be paved.
So there's no green space at all on that?
You'll have it along the road, because that land actually sits off the road about 50 feet
Okay.
before the property line starts behind the power lines.
Where's your driveway gonna be?
Carroll Road, Carroll Road. So we didn't want to interfere with Route 7 traffic, so we figured we'd come off Carroll.
I think you have to show that on this drawing, where your entrance is gonna be. That's one suggestion, I would make.
I'll probably do that.
I'm looking at this big drawing, I don't know if there's another.
Yeah, they planned on the bend on Carroll where that 63 foot of flat front of the property line goes. That's where we were going to bring in the entry.
What's the speed limit there?
What?
Well, you know, if you put on a curve, you're not sure.
Carroll goes like 30 miles an hour.
Right.
So we leave all
If,
that space between the buildings and the property line for trucks to pull in or whatever. So you haul 24 footer, it'll never be stuck on the road. You always get right into the property.
In addition to the storage units, you're not gonna have a parking area where people can store trucks.
Possibly, but not as of right now. A lot of people like to store their campers and boats. Maybe in the front there, where that setback is 75 feet, there would be some room along the front. But that's,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I would be in favor, and I think Mr. Henderson feels the same way about having vehicles stored on the front of the property that is facing Route 7.
no. That'd be the Carroll Road side.
Oh,
If
okay.
anything.
Oh, okay.
No, Route 7 is just straight, you put, some trees along the front, whatever we're gonna do.
All right, okay.
No, not along Route 7. If anything, it'd be on the Carroll Road side where it's 75 foot deep. But we're not even looking for parking, to be honest with you.
Will this be lit at night?
Yeah. There's lighting, there's solar lighting on all the buildings every 10 feet. So parking lot stays lit. It's access control gating, so nobody can go in there if they want to. You gotta keep that to get in.
This photo has a picture of an office. Do you want to have an office here?
No, that was just kind of an internet grad photo, just so you get an idea of the gist.
So you have no office here, it's just strictly the buildings.
Yep, there would just be an access gate, fencing around the whole property. Obviously, somebody don't pay, they can't get in the gate.
And see on TV.
Excuse me?
And see on TV. Storage one.
All right, Johnny. People don't really show up. It's fun to see what they have though. I tell them, don't pay me, I want to see what you got.
Usually if they leave it there, they don't lose much.
I found some good stuff, you'd be surprised.
I don't know if you want that on the record, so we'll drop this conversation right now.
It's a clean, dry business. I've been in it 10 years. People don't stay more than 10 minutes when they're getting their stuff. They just come, go, drop, leave. You know.
What's the different size units that you have?
We're gonna be 10 by 10s on the ends and 10 by 20s, pretty much the whole place. Because if people want to store a car, you can get a car in a 20 foot.
Oh, you're gonna allow storage of cars there?
If people want to store an antique car, we get some of that.
Now, is there any difference in fire regulations for that?
No. There's a law, like indoor there is, you have to have fire sprinklers and everything.
Oh, okay. Would people be allowed to sell, store chemicals, if you have any?
No, it's all in the contract, no chemicals, can't live there, it's all detailed contract. If they do violate, you can get them right out. They can't hang you up like a apartment.
Is there restrictions as far as, if they do store a vehicle, how much gas they can have on it?
We tell them to drain the oil, drain the gas.
Okay.
If anybody stores a lawnmower, same thing, you just drain it out.
Okay.
Snow blowers, same idea.
I think I'd like to see on here where your paved areas are going to be and where the entrance is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be adding a lot of impervious surface that wasn't there before. Impervious meaning like the buildings and the pavement. So stormwater is gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, Dan Gilder's the engineer.
Yeah, you might need this area up near Carroll's Grove Road for stormwater.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, 'cause you
We figure out 3 storm drains per run and actually tie it back wherever it's gotta go to get held until it leaches out.
Be nice to know how close to that front where it drops off you're gonna be.
Well, we got a 49-foot setback on the Carroll Road end, and then it'll be 22 feet off the line over there, so it's up over the hill, the crown.
I just, when you come to the front towards 7, then it goes down into that ditch. Be nice to know how much between the buildings and the. break
Between
that hill.
these buildings? Or you mean near the front?
The front. The one, yeah, the one with 7.
Well, we need 25 foot of pavement for a truck to turn around. We need 25 foot between each
Well,
building.
when you do all your thing, I don't know if he's gonna need topo or for you or.
Yeah, we're gonna need topo.
Yeah, we do have a topo already done from actually the Dollar General engineer. Holbert, I think, did that one.
I don't remember.
Holbert did the first engineering for Dollar General, so I have access to his, but I have Van Gilder's gonna do the future. We got Van Gilder Engineering can do all the engineering, and Van Gilder Surveying does all the surveying.
Color, it's building.
Whatever you want. The other place that's red and white actually looks good.
Not red.
Not red? Ah, that's a good one. No, I don't know, we haven't went that far yet, but, that's about it.
Are you purchasing this property from Mr. Farrell?
Yeah, it's under contract. It's all pending on a approval.
He's gotta go to zoning for this?
Well, if it meets all the setbacks,
You said he needs a special use.
he needs a special use permit and
That's
site
from
plan.
here?
That's this board.
Okay.
So,
Special use permit requires a public hearing.
correct.
Yeah, I did that paperwork for all the neighbors, listening and everything.
You have the setbacks on Carroll's Grove and 7, right?
Everything's on there.
Okay. Like I
We
said,
are moving forward on the front setback, so to try and fit that other building. I believe it had a 75-foot front one. They drew it to 49 and 22.
How many units did you say there were altogether?
This should end up at 210.
210?
What is this little checked area that looks like there's trees in there between the house? Is that like a ditch or what?
That's the land that the neighbor bought. At the woods, the hatch one.
I didn't hear, I got shitty ears.
I'm sorry. That,
This-
didn't Farrell deed piece to the neighbor?
This is owned by, this is a.
I think Farrell gifted that to them. And they moved survey lines. I think he gave that to the neighbor,
Okay.
because it was surveyed and it says given to the neighbor. I think he gave them 50 feet. I'm not sure.
Because it's listed here as a revised property line versus the original property line.
Yeah, I think they granted the neighbor 50 feet.
You go up there, it's a patch of woods.
Yeah,
Okay.
strip of woods, and there's actually like a drain, not a drainage, but like a culvert goes through there. I don't know if he gave it to the neighbor doing the Dollar General deal, or,
No, it was before that.
huh?
I think it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was before.
I looked at this one last year and I wasn't serious, and then I lost it to the Dollar General. I was trying
But
to,
now you're more serious.
now I'm a little more serious.
All right.
I sold my other place, so now I'm homeless.
Okay. Do you have any questions on it except for the stormwater issues? I think those have to be, addressed sooner than later, as far as making sure that everything is complete for a public hearing. So,
Yeah, I can have Van Gilder draw the stormwater now. Pretty much on standby, guys, been great, so.
if you can get it over to Wayne, as soon as possible.
Cliff, right?
But, yeah, Clifton. No? It's good. I don't know, this is the first time I'm dealing with
Retired EDC guy.
it. Is it? Engineers are hard to get your hands on, man. Jesus. Your Costa I used to use, it can't even call you back.
All right, then, we can put you on our agenda for our next meeting if you'd like.
Yep.
And we can keep this rolling. The sooner we get more complete plans and everything like that, that we can have available to the public, then we can schedule the public hearing. When we schedule a public hearing, it's usually the second meeting after that. That's because we have to notice the property and so forth. So it'll be a month out after we decide to set the public hearing. When do you plan on putting some construction equipment on there? When do you want to start building?
The rents are rolled, you doing nothing.
How long does it take to put these things up?
This is probably gonna take 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I already got all the order submitted, kind of, to get the price. It's 6 weeks to get the stuff.
Okay.
So pretty much the site work is the hardest part.
All right, then we'll have you on the agenda for our next meeting. That's January 4th. And you will be on there with Henry and the,
Various news.
yeah, they will be first on the agenda. They're going to take some time. So,
Why did the Dollar General disappear? That got me wondering.
No, it was a zoning issue.
Oh, okay.
The proposal wasn't in compliance with the zoning.
I'm like, what did they find?
And the town,
Hazard waste or something? What's
No,
going
no.
on here?
town board chose not to entertain the reason.
Yeah. All right, I don't know why that.
all right, do you have any questions for us?
No, that's it. Have a good holiday.
You too. Take care.
See ya.
Is that your coat?
I think that's Henry's.
No, that's the other guy.
Ah. You didn't know when
See,
he hit
Henry's
the
going
door?
to be back. Yours now. Okay, that concludes our new business. Is there any old business?
You see, they got the monopole tree down up there, but they didn't put any
Yeah.
limbs on it.
Looks awful.
It didn't look like they put any limbs on the top of it.
And that picture of that has been dispersed among the residents of the town of Clemson. On different little websites.
It looks like some of my pine trees where the beetles are coming down through the top and just dying from the inside out.
Okay, I have for our next agenda, Marie's News LLC, otherwise known affectionately as Chick-fil-A, Henry Reiser, and Mr. Haas with his storage units, Justin Haas. I don't know of anything else. You did get a letter, if you did notice, a request in your packet from,
Russ Reeves for the 18th.
yeah, Russ Reeves. And he's doing the Sillis project there on Cole Lane. He requested being on the planning board agenda for the 18th. So, over that. I don't have anything else. Anybody have anything else? Wayne, you all set?
All
Andy,
set.
you all set?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Russ.
Happy New Year and happy holidays.
So if you know anybody, Kevin,